Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
When I need love. Got it bumping.
To this video, I think it is extremely important. I talk about it starts off with me talking about analytics, I guess, from my previous videos, but I'm gonna put a time right here, where it really gets into the meat of the conversation, which is really about, you'll see, from the title. But I really strongly recommend this conversation to people who are feeling unmotivated, who aren't feeling confident, who aren't feeling up for it. Please watch through at least a good majority of the video. You don't have to get through all the way to the end and credits and stuff, but really look at the meat of this video. I think it could be helpful for you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Peach Season. My name is Perfection, if you don't know. If you're new to the channel, man, this is just a place where I talk about what's going on in my head. And, I want to clarify again that I'm very interested in your perception of these topics and how they flow in your head, if you agree, if you disagree. Like I said in previous videos, feel free to DM me on Instagram, and I'd love to continue the conversation with you, or even make follow-up videos if my opinion changes, because nothing I say is really set in stone in my head, and it's not really something that I expect anybody else to follow. This is just, how I'm feeling and what I'm perceiving, right? So that being said, this video is more of a reflection on my previous videos, but it's also about a topic in particular, which, as you can see in the title, is self-love, I suppose, and confidence. Really more confidence, I guess. So looking at the analytics from my previous videos, I'm seeing places where people fall off, or things that people like or dislike, and I think it's really funny because a lot of those things either refer to me being stating something that I think is true. For example, there was a part in my previous video where I said guys will fall in love when having sex. They'll try to convince you that they won't, but they will. And a lot of people fell off there. And there's another part where I'm I don't understand why guys wouldn't fall in love with me, because, and a lot of people fell off there too. I don't want to give you guys a wrong impression of me as an individual, one, but at the same time, these things aren't, it's not wrong. It is to some extent what I actually do believe. To clarify for the first one, I'm not saying that all guys do that. I'm saying that some guys are like that, just the same way that some girls are like that, some girls aren't. And then, as I put in the description box, underneath that video, is just to say that, when you head into a friends with benefits kind of relationship, there's a chance that could be misconstrued. You may be thinking that it's just friends with benefits, and so may the other person, only for them to realize that they find affection for you in a deeper element than just friends with benefit, and that whole thing can be gray area, right? And then the second part, which is really what I wanted to talk about in this video, people falling off, is, self-love and confidence. When I say, why do you guys think they won't fall in love with me, right? It's not me being I'm the shit, I'm amazing, or actually, JK, it is about me saying that, obviously. But it's not to say that other people aren't on my level. Obviously there are a bunch of women out there who are beautiful and amazing, and obviously if you spend enough time with them, you will fall for them. And I just think that I'm one of them. Why? It's not because I think I'm better than anybody else or anything like that. It's because I love myself, and I think that you should feel that way about yourself too. Guy, girl, whatever gender, whatever sexuality, whatever you look like, you are living with you for the rest of your life, so you should love yourself, and you should appreciate yourself, and you should know your worth. You should know that if someone wants to be in your presence, they're gonna fall in love. Okay? They're gonna fall in love with you because you are in love with yourself. You know, that's just how I feel about it. So when I say stuff like that, it's not me saying that I think I'm better than anybody. It's just me saying that, like, you know, it is what it is. I know I'm a dope person. You're gonna fall in love with a dope kid. Like, you spend a lot of time with a dope kid, you're gonna fall in love with a dope kid. And, you know, looking at that video, I was just like, yo, like, are people seeing me? Like, okay, there was a point in time where I was really bashful and humble, and that didn't get me nowhere, okay? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If anything, that made people feel as if they could just walk over me because they didn't think I knew my worth. People would, like, be like, oh, you're beautiful, and I'd be like, haha, thank you, you know, sorry. And, you know, what really made me change that mentality is one day I saw a post. Always talking about these posts. This is terrible. This is to show how addicted our generation is to media. Like, I literally talk about a post in every video. But anyways, I saw a post and it was like, oh, like, I hate when I tell a girl that she's pretty and she don't want to take the compliment. Like, man, just take the compliment. And I was just like, I always thought it was normal to be bashful and to be like, no, no, and be humble or whatever. And in that moment, I was like, okay, so it's a problem if I'm humble, but when I'm not humble and I'm confident, y'all think I'm conceited. And in that moment, I was like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care about anybody's opinions when I respond to them. And it's funny because a lot of times, like, people would be like, wow, you know, you're really pretty, you're really beautiful. And I'd be like, thank you, I really appreciate it. And then you'll see their face and they'll be kind of shocked that I just took the compliment like that. And I even had people, like, actually verbally tell me, oh, wow, you must get that a lot because you just took the compliment. Like, you wasn't humble, you didn't blush, nothing. And it's like, it's not that. It's just like, I honestly do appreciate it, and yeah, maybe I do hear it a lot, but it's like I know that about myself. That's not, like, sometimes, like, I could go months without anybody telling me that I'm pretty or that I'm nice or giving me any kind of compliment. I could go months, even years without, I don't know about years, but I could go extended period of times without getting a genuine compliment, and, like, I'd still have that same response because I know that about myself and I'm comfortable and confident within myself. I don't need anybody to validify that for me. I appreciate the compliment. I love compliments, you know, just like anybody, but, you know, I don't need somebody else to tell me that because I know that about myself. And I think that everybody should be that way. Like, you should, like, if you're not confident within yourself, then you need to make you what you want to be. Like, if you're, like, sitting here like, oh, I'm so boring, like, I'm so uninteresting and there's nothing about me that anyone would like, then you need to make something about you that somebody would like, bro. Go get a hobby, go learn something different, go don't change yourself. I hate when people do that. I hate people be talking about reinventing themselves and stuff like that. Like, I have mixed feelings about that. You know, some people do that successfully and that's great. And I actually feel the same way about people being like, oh, I need somebody to motivate me. Like, I also disagree with that. I mean, there are rare occasions in which that does work out. But honestly, motivation starts within yourself. If you can't motivate yourself, if you can't be happy within yourself, you can't expect somebody else to do that for you 9 times out of 10. Because that person will get there and you'll still feel insecure and unmotivated. And you're only pulling them down because they're trying so hard to lift you up. But you're like a weight, you know? So I genuinely believe that motivation comes within yourself. And if you don't have it here first, then, you know, trying to seek it elsewhere is only messing up other people's energy, you know, is making other people's lives harder in addition to your own. So, and when I say this, like, it's not like, it's not an easy thing, because I've been there too myself when I just needed to learn how to motivate myself. I've definitely been there. I think something that's really helpful in terms of finding motivation is just having a goal, any goal. Like, it doesn't have to be an end goal, it doesn't have to be a passion, it doesn't have to be where you want to see yourself in by the end of your life or in 20 years or whatever, but just having some kind of goal, whether it be wanting to stay at a job for 2 years straight, you know, or wanting to get your degree, or wanting to find a job, whatever that goal may be, and, like, really being dedicated to it. If the goal is to find an apartment in a specific place, or to get a car, to get a license, to have some type of achievement that you're pushing towards, that really helps with motivation. Like, you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal. You have to have something you're fighting for, because if you don't have anything you're fighting for, like, it's so easy to just feel like useless and unmotivated you have to have a goal. If you're feeling unmotivated right now and your confidence is really low and you're just not feeling it, find yourself some type of motivation. Something, any goal. It literally can be, it could be to learn something new. It could be to create something, to build something. Whatever it is, find something, do it, get it done. As soon as you finish that one, get another one, and you just keep pushing like that, because once you accomplish these things, you feel successful, you feel more useful, you may gain a skill. There's so much that comes with achievements. So always have something that you're fighting for, and I promise you that will help you with your motivation. If you don't know what you're fighting for, it makes it so much harder. Trust and believe, I've been there. I was one of those people, depending on other people for motivation, or trying to, or thinking that I could find it elsewhere. And I had to learn the hard way that is not how it works. Like, it really did. I really did. And, I'm happy for my experiences, because if it wasn't for that, I couldn't be where I am today. But yeah, that being said, like, if you aren't if you don't find yourself entertaining, how can you think that anybody else is going to find you entertaining? If you don't find yourself worthy or valued, how do you expect anyone else to do that for you? So, you got to be who you want others to see you as. You got to look in the mirror and be like, I'm gorgeous, I'm beautiful, I'm worthy. Like, who doesn't want me? Like, you got to have that confidence within yourself. So when I'm talking, like, it's not that I think I'm better than anybody. It's just that I know my worth. I know my value. And I'm confident within myself. It's like I know I could come out, like, and I be blunt sometimes. Like, I don't feel like explaining myself every time I have to say something. But, sometimes I do want to address it, because not only just to, like, validify what I said, because y'all might have watched that video and not watched this one and still not understand where I'm coming from. But it's not only for that, but also because, individuals can learn something from how I perceive myself. I feel like I could be motivating someone to, really just look at themselves and love themselves. Like, loving yourself is the hardest part. Like, and I genuinely believe that nobody can really love you unless you love yourself. And why I say that is because, like, if you don't love yourself, that fosters a lot of insecurities and blemishes that could really mess up how someone else feels. Because someone can really love you and really care for you, but if you're insecure and you reject that love because you don't have love for yourself, you will lose it. There's but so much a person is willing to fight for. And if their love for you is strong and passionate, but you don't believe them, or you feel insecure about yourself, so you can't accept that love, it's gonna do a lot more, like, pain than it will benefit you. So I think that stuff's really important. Self-motivation, self-love, confidence, like, and if you see me gas myself up, it shouldn't diminish how you feel about yourself. Gas yourself up too, bro. Like, you should be out here talking about like, I don't know, like, I'm the ish, man. We out here, like, I'm cute. I don't know what you talking about. That's what you should be doing. Like, you gotta gas yourself up first, man. In my video, like, if I say stuff like that, like, I genuinely believe it. Yeah, like, I think I'm dope, and you should think you're dope too. If you don't think you're dope, then you need to get there. You better think you dope. You the only you gonna have in your life. You need to think you're dope. How do you expect other people to think you're dope if you don't think you're dope? And I hate when people are like, oh, I don't know how to do anything, I don't got no skills. You can learn something, I swear, bro. We got the most resources at our hands right now. If you can watch my video, you can learn a new skill. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Trust and believe. It could be something weird, it could be whatever. I think being weird is being dope, man. So I'm weird. I'm weirder than half the people you ever meet in your lifetime. And I love that about myself. Sheesh, So point of this video is, a little bit of clarification for how I address certain topics in my previous videos, and just seeing, like I said, this channel is a give and take kind of thing. It's not really meant to be like, oh, one direction, this is it, this is permanent. Nah, like, it's ever changing, ever flowing, and it's also more of a conversation. So yeah, we reflecting off my past 2 videos, or not 2. At this point, I've only uploaded 2. So when this video comes out, it'll probably be a little bit later. But yeah, that, and then also just talking about confidence, man. Like, I probably should have made this 2 different videos because somebody's gonna click on it and think it's one thing when it's really another. But you know, I'm gonna try and explain that in the title. But yeah, like, nah, have confidence in yourself. You first, man. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, there was a time when I was humble and it really wasn't worth it. People would walk over you for that, man. And they gonna still, like, people have an issue with everything. There's again, another post. We're not gonna talk about it because it's too, it sounds really weird when I explain it. It doesn't make much sense. I might maybe include a picture of it if I can find it. But essentially the point of the video is that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter how you act, someone's gonna have a problem with it. You can be humble and people gonna be like, why can't you take a compliment? You're gonna be confident and people gonna be like, why are you so conceited? So it just doesn't matter. Just be confident within yourself, man. That's so important. Confidence is sexy, man. Like, it really, looks can take you but so far, right? A lot of it has to do with personality. Looks are helpful, beneficial, but a lot of it has to do with personality. If you have a trash personality, you're only gonna attract trash energy, period. That's it. Whatever you attract is gonna be trash. Like, it might look good from a distance, but it's gonna be trash. If you have a good personality, you're gonna attract all different types of energy. It doesn't, like, it's gonna, some of them gonna be good, some of them gonna be trash, but at least you can sift out some good ones, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I hope y'all enjoyed my little spiel about confidence and, you know, analyzing my previous videos. And, you know, I hope y'all stick around, like and subscribe if you like, if you mess with me. If you don't mess with me, that's cool too. I mean, like I said, it's a discussion. So if you don't mess with what I said, you can just comment that, dislike the video. It's cool, I get it. Or talk to me. Or you could just not watch my videos. Like, it's really up to you. It's up to you. But you know what I mean. Yeah. So, but if you do mess with me, like and subscribe, share my stuff, man. Help us out. Because we out here. Doses.